Greetings, friends. I'm Jim Blake, the CEO at Unity World Headquarters. Today, with the help of some special guests, I would like to take the opportunity to address the many questions we have received of late about how the Unity Prayer Ministry, known as Silent Unity, is operating since the pandemic. We did make some changes during that time, but unfortunately, there is confusion and even misinformation circulating among our ministries and leaders. So I have invited the co-leaders of Silent Unity, Tracy Riley and Reverend Kathy Beasley, to shed some light on their work. They're going to ask each other the most frequent questions we receive. I asked them to give full answers and not sound bites to share this important information. We take very seriously our commitment to the world and to our founders that we will pray with anyone who asks.
Greetings, Unity friends. I'm Tracy Riley, co-leader in the prayer ministry. I'm happy to be with you to talk about the sacred work of Silent Unity. Reverend Kathy Beasley and I will alternate a few questions to provide greater clarity and understanding about the work we do. First question. Reverend Kathy, has the name changed from Silent Unity to just the Unity Prayer Ministry?
Thank you, Tracy, and welcome, friends. I'm Reverend Kathy Beasley, and I am happy to report the name has not changed. Let me say that one more time. We have not changed our name. Here at headquarters, we use both names regularly and interchangeably in all of our communications. Through our growth in the last several years, we began to receive feedback from folks new to Unity that they had no idea Silent Unity was our prayer ministry. If you don't know anything about Unity, the name Silent Unity may not convey the idea of prayer. So in response to that feedback, we simply began to add the title of Unity Prayer Ministry to some of our communications. We hope it will be clear to the growing number of folks who are new to Unity and introduced to our work that we have this sacred and powerful ministry. Now, Tracy, I have a question for you. Can you tell us about the Unity Prayer Ministry, also known as Silent Unity, and the various ways that we engage in prayer?
I'd be happy to, Kathy. The Unity Prayer Ministry offers an approach to prayer that follows the Unity tradition of affirmative prayer. We serve diverse individuals with different prayer needs, and we honor all backgrounds, generations, and cultures. Whether you prefer real-time prayers over the phone, recorded prayers, or meditations to support you on the go, we do our best to make affirmative prayer available in a variety of formats. We embrace technology by offering electronic prayer requests. They come through our social media sites, through the Be Unity app, and in the prayer section of the unity.org website. Prayer requests submitted electronically are answered with a customized prayer response by email. And for those who cherish the traditional touch, we also send personalized letters by mail. Our next question for you, Reverend Kathy, is this: how do we ensure continued support for prayer requests these days?
Thanks, Tracy. That's a great question. At our core, we value every prayer request that comes our way. We are committed to a 30-day prayer vigil to support each request received, both locally and globally. Our committed associates continue to hold vigil over every single request we've done for well over 100 years. This is done in the Sacred Prayer Vigil Chapel within the Silent Unity building, as well as online in the virtual Prayer Vigil Chapel. We understand the importance of accessibility and try to be ready to offer prayer support to people in every corner of the world. The prayer vigil is a timeless tradition for us. Someone is always praying 24/7, 365 days a year from wherever we are. Please allow me to tell you in more detail what that looks like. Since the pandemic, many of our associates now work remotely, and they say it has deepened their experience of prayer. It allows them to be even more centered in their work from the comfort of their own home. The use of technology to support remote prayer associates has also allowed us to expand our talent pool beyond the Kansas City metro area, even to other states, especially when we are looking for bilingual associates. This has been vital to attracting and retaining associates in these very sacred positions. This approach means that not everyone is on campus as they once were. The remote prayer associates are not necessarily praying in our physical prayer vigil chapel here on campus. Of course, we know there is no time or place in consciousness and in spirit. It is the intention that focuses our prayer energy. This same concept was employed by our founders when they asked everyone around the globe to gather at the same time and hold specific prayer intentions. Prayers are always and have been happening everywhere. We have a system so that each prayer associate is ending their 30-minute vigil. They know for sure that the next prayer associate has already stepped up on duty. So the prayer is unbroken, whether they are in the building or using the virtual prayer vigil online. The most touching, powerful aspect of the prayer vigil is that it allows people from all over the world to join in prayer with silent unity at the same time prayer associates are praying. So now, Tracy, here's a question for you. What happens during the overnight hours in the prayer ministry?
Good question, Kathy. I know we get that question often. The pandemic forced us to make some changes in our overnight telephone coverage due to a number of factors, and we're still working through some of those lingering limitations. And like all employers these days, we have some challenges with staffing and the economy. Today, when you call the Silent Unity telephone line between 12 and 6 a.m. Central, you will receive an inspiring recorded prayer affirming your inherent dignity and inner spiritual power. Prayer associates still work during these overnight hours. They continue to hold vigil, so the continuous circle of prayer remains unbroken. They also respond to the hundreds of incoming electronic prayer requests we receive both day and night. Following in the footsteps of our founders, associates read each piece of electronic correspondence. They pray over it, then submit it to be held in the prayer vigil for the next 30 days. In the near future, we hope to return to telephone coverage for the hours between 12 and 6 a.m. too.
Thank you, Tracy and Reverend Kathy, for spending time with us to shed some light on this powerful and sacred ministry. We are grateful for your service and your leadership. As you can see, here at the Unity Prayer Ministry, we are still steadfastly honoring and cherishing every person and every prayer request that comes our way, just as this ministry has done for over a century. Whether it's through a phone call, the website, social media, or the app, your prayer needs remain our priority. And like our founders, we stand ready to uplift and support individuals around the world. We are harnessing the positive impact of affirmative prayer and evolving technology to allow us to reach more and more people. We invite you to join us in holding a sacred space for global transformation through the power of affirmative prayer. Bless you, and thank you all for your support of Silent Unity and for all you do for our beloved movement. Namaste.